So here we set up an ad hoc report and we were able to make a list of elements, but here this is a static list. One of the great things about Jedox is that you're supposed to be able to make stuff really dynamic. Do I have options for making this more dynamic?
Right, we have options for this. So let's assume we want to make this list here at the left side more dynamic. I've prepared something as a sample. So let's say we want to display products dynamically taken from the database. So you change something in the database, a new product or so, it should be added automatically to your Excel report. We call this subset lists, and this is the button we need. But to create a list in Excel, we need to tell Excel first where to drop this list. And therefore, we need to highlight the range. So it could be a small range with 2 cells, but usually you have a little bit more elements available, so you can make it 20, 30, whatever. So let's say we highlight the already colored blue area here, just a format, an Excel format. And in this range, we want to paste now a subset. When I open the subset dialog, the important selections we have to do is we have to select where's my database. So in our POC online database, we have build, we have dimensions, and we want to select the product dimension content. And the preview shows me currently what I get with this subset query to my dimension.
And I don't need to specify a cube or something like that? Or?
Right, exactly, because we are currently only dealing with the dimensions. So the cube is currently independent. We only want to display the content of a dimension, but like you asked, more specifically driven by a filter. So currently we have no filter criteria set up. I want to show you that you easily can paste this now to the Excel sheet. So the range now contains the result of the query, but it's not. It's more. We have more in the query, but we highlighted only this size of a range. If we want to display a little bit more, so if the content is more, so when we have more elements in the result than we have highlighted as a range in Excel, we just highlight a new range like this. We open paste view and paste it again, and then we resize the presentation area. So when you build a report, you have to go like this. Now the second list, I want to display only products where an attribute information tells me that the product is blue. So more dynamic even. Yeah. So like you asked. So we follow the same step. So we highlight the range where we want to drop the list. We click paste subset. It's a fresh one. It's a new one. Therefore, I have to again select my dimension I would like to work with. I see everything now because I have not set up a criteria, filter criteria, and now I can focus on the tabs on top here. And we talked about blue products, so where the attribute value is blue. So definitely attribute is a filter here, and I have to activate the filter. So now I see that this attribute filter has access to the product's dimension attribute color, and I can easily type in blue, case sensitive, and the list immediately shows me only the products where the attribute value is blue. So now I can paste and have only the blue products in my list.
Oh, that's really convenient.
Right. So now imagine one of your company co-workers would like to have the same report, but he's more interested in red or silver or black products. Sure, you can create 4 times the same report, but maybe, and I've prepared something for this, you can make a selection. Yeah, so this is just a common Excel data validation list here. So I would like to enter blue or black or red, whatever, or nothing, right? And I would like to have the same list, but even more dynamic like before. So we follow the same steps. we highlight the range where we want to drop, paste a subset. I select again, because it's a fresh subset, the product dimension. Now I have to activate my attribute filter like before.
Okay.
But this time, I don't want to type color hard-coded into my formula. I want to reference with this little checkbox variable. You see, I get a technical name of this parameter. It's called attributes. And here I have to define now where can I find the input for my formula on my spreadsheet. I have here something in C38 and C39. So I have color as the attribute. And in the blue field, in the C39, we saw that I can enter blue, silver, and so on. So what I have to do is I have to reflect what I have in my user interface here with a reference to my Excel sheet. So what I have to do is I have to reference to C38 column C39, because this is exactly the range here, and this represents then the where attribute. So where do I search and what?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, because you need to tell the system what it's looking for, in this case color, or in a different dimension I could imagine salesperson or telephone.
Right, exactly.
And then it pulls the actual value from it.
Correct.
Okay, so far so good.
So instead of typing it hard-coded, now I paste here my result. Currently I see everything because it's the filter criteria is empty. Now I can select blue, and immediately the list is changing to the criteria you have defined. So I see all the black products, all the red products. Yeah, and now you don't have to create 4 times a report. You create only one report, and you specify only the filter criteria here. Now you can imagine when we got a new silver product in the night, it will be in this list dynamically.
Okay, great.